another Riven deck. Riven, one of the champions out of the latest expansion, and she is based around the new Reforge keyword. So Reforge says you create a random blade fragment when you do it. So we've got the blade fragments either give 2 attack, overwhelm, or quick attack, and they have that kind of gem condition where they're burst speed, but they can't be played in response to things yet. Once you've played all 3 blade fragments, you automatically get the Blade of Exile, which is a slow spell that gives you a permanent boost, and Riven levels when she sees the Blade to Exile in your hand. Her leveled mode is a little bit bigger, continues to reforge for you, and her power gets doubled the first time you increase it in the round. So Riven has really sweet synergy with Swain, because Swain is a champion that cares about Nexus striking. So giving him Overwhelm is very good, especially his leveled mode, where if you connect with leveled Swain, you usually win the game on the spot, because he's going to wipe your opponent's board out. The rest of this deck, because I'm playing 2 Noxious cards, we get to kind of splash a second region. So I'm electing to splash PNZ for the kind of rummage package. So we have Ballistic Bot, which create cards we don't mind discarding. We've got Sump Dredger to filter through cards a little bit. And then Aftershock is a piece of landmark interaction that also is reach, which is really nice. So Swain specifically cares about dealing damage outside of combat. I've got a couple of cheeky Shunpo in here, because this technically works with both of our champions. It rallies, which triggers Reforge on Riven, and it deals non-combat damage to level Swain. And then at the top end of my curve, I've got a lot of chunky 8-drops. So overall, the curve of this deck is pretty low, with 6 bangers at the top end in Pharaon and Leviathan to close games out. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. Yeah, Swain Blade of Exile seems very, very good. Excited to see how those feel in practice. I don't care enough about my LP to play that matchup. I got a bunch of tiny units in my deck. I don't feel like playing against Fiora. Tiny unit decks are real bad there. And while we're not 0%, it's gonna be tedious and annoying, so I'm gonna take a mulligan. Yeah, I agree, press a pick. Even when you win, it's kind of frustrating. Like the games swing in one direction or another. If you have enough removal, sometimes you'll blow them out and then they'll concede, but it's pretty few and far between when that happens. Fiora, Kench, and Lee Sin are my 3 least favorite champions to play against for sure. Fiora just tends to be kind of a polarizing card. The things she's good against, she's really good against. Huh? I'm definitely keeping Rummage with Ballistic Bot. Aftershock might be fine too for killing Twisted Fate down the line. Also Mulligan for cheaper interaction though.
Join the hunters, they said.
I mean, Flood the Ladder is strong. That's the first time we've played against Fiora today. I want stamp papers, now faces.
Safety disengaged. Witness perfection, meatbags.
The Reforge cards also work well with Rummage early, which is great.
Primed and ready.
This 1-2 punch of bot into sub-dredger always feels great. Getting to turn those created cards into real cards is super strong.
Why are you here?
I didn't have a good cut for it, Precipic. You could maybe play it over Blade Squire, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough bottom end to survive to get to my top end. Because like I'm playing 6 8-drops.
Safety disengaged.
Where do you stand on cold shots?
Now there is no prey to stop.
Second elusive is kind of scary. They're gonna hit me for 2, 4, 5 this turn.
System upgrade. Rise, metal brethren. Can you improve perfection?
What's going on, carry turn? Storm, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Safety disengaged.
Like I said, my goal to stay off of magic stuff is staying above that 1500 line. It's kind of the water line for this can be a job. I'm just based on current trends of what my subscriber count's been doing, so I'm expecting to dip under that. So we'll see. It's hard to predict. There's a lot of uncertainty in this industry,
Hunters.
and there's a lot of economic uncertainty in the world in general right now.
System upgrade. Pitiful.
I appreciate you. Like, for example, I believe, like we're at 1600 right now, but like 100 of those subs are sub gifts from Ranting Bob that I believe fall off tomorrow or this evening. So like that number is going to drop dramatically very soon.
I love to smell mushrooms in the morning.
Think I'm gonna do this. I think it's important that I kill this, and then this will take some damage, and I can Ravenous Flock it. Yeah, and like at the end of the day, like when I for people that are new, by the way, when I talk about metrics and sub counts, that's not me asking for sympathy. That's just me being transparent with you all at home about what this is. 'Cause like I love Runeterra and I love it. It's like my favorite card game, but like at the end of the day, streaming literally pays my mortgage and like make sure my kids have food and a place to live. So like, while I would ideally like to focus on Runeterra, there's more factors than just that have to come into it for me personally. Thank you, Precipic. I appreciate the support. I think we just drop House Spider here.
Safety disengaged.
I promise that wasn't bait. I appreciate you all though. Thank you, Zombie Token.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
The mushrooms from this Teemo might kill us. It's worth noting too here, talking about Ballistic Bot. Ballistic Bot technically synergizes with Swain here as well, right? Like this making things that deal damage let us stun their potential attackers or blockers, which is great. Thank you, Scissor. I'd prefer if we avoid simp. It's really, that word has some really bad connotation / implications with it. Hey, Jadale, thank you for the 3rd of year. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. I'm glad you're enjoying Runeterra stuff. So we're taking approximately 1 damage per card we draw, which is a lot of damages, chat. I think we open on Ignition and see what they do, because Ignition is going to stun this.
Deal me in.
Oh, okay, so maybe I punt it here. Thank you, Windowhead. Good afternoon to you too. Welcome to our newest members of Hooklandia, by the way. Scoopy, thanks for the Prime. Be sure to pop in the Discord server, by the way, folks. If you're new to the sub community here. A lot of good Runeterra and other stuff there. We're probably dead to this now. I guess I drop the boat and hope that we can maybe pressure them out that way. Oh no! Oh no! Give me Zangreef. Thank you for the sub gifties. Y'all are ridiculous.
This is not the end.
That's true. I forgot the Prime sub shill when we got the Prime Glory. I was too excited to be playing with Zoe. Normally I do the Prime ship sell. Yep. It's very, very true. So, something that's kind of interesting to think about. Something that's kind of interesting to think about in that last game is that if I would have blade fragmented proactively, I could have played around the gold card on my Twisted Fate or on my Swain, and maybe that would have allowed me to connect and clean their board out. Although I think we might have still been short damage that way. Would have been close though. Yeah, the first fragments are random. You always get fragments based on ones that you need. Ones that you need to complete the blade still. Good afternoon, well-born muse. Thank you for your generosity. You all are truly absurd. I think we're keeping the rummages here because I have bot to pair with it too. No more chat, only subs. Hey, good games, AI. Good luck in the rest of your laddering today. Think we get bot going to generate these?
Meat bags. Prime and ready.
So they're playing Trundle Tryndamere. I think I play this before I attack. Because if they have Avalanche here to Avalanche before I attack, okay, so now I can't attack into that, but this can attack in still, which is fine.
Tread carefully.
Yeah, I don't know if this card is good. This card might definitely just be too cute. Sky Zeros run the world. Thank you for joining in on that. Y'all are ridiculous.
Safety disengaged.
The trap is set.
I demand you sing a song, rhyme the mime, gifting sub-gifts all day long. Hoaglandia is too generous. Now I've sung a song. The gift sub song. I demand, okay, sorry, I apologize, right?
On the trail.
we just trade here and take 5? I forgive you, chat. Christy doesn't like my singing either.
System upgrade.
It's like ASMR, but worse. She also doesn't like my ASMR. There's a good possibility she just doesn't like fun. Man, we really don't have good attacks into Trundle, huh?
Can you improve perfection?
Harlequin. Thank you for the sub gifties. Good afternoon. Alright, so we Fervor here and this kills Trundle, which is great. It also gets Swain close to leveling. They have double Vile Beast here?
A little snowball. Out.
I'm a dirty, rotten liar, Prestipic, is what I was going to say. dirty, rotten liar. We'll just play good card games, I promise. Huh. I have Swain in hand. I wonder if we're just supposed to start reforging the blade here. It could be very possible. I guess he's not quite leveled yet.
Words of power linger in the air.
Well, that's rude. I think I'm ditching the House Spider at this point. I'm gonna try and summon the blade here. Alright, and at this point, on an empty board... Actually, something that's awkward here, we just, like, have too many cards in hand and we can't... Oh, we can't Captain Pharaoh yet anyways, right? Yeah, can't do that anyways. Let's sump and see what we do. Why is that on 510 as a stat line? That is a $ into 10, because for $10 US, I would love to play one of your decks on stream at some point in the future. It's an advertisement. I'm gonna go ahead and spend these fragments just because I kind of need to get my hand empty. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and attack in. I don't know if you should be selling yourself for $10. I can do what I want. Which, I'm really glad we moved the Runeterra decks back down to $10. It was a good decision. We got a ton of sweet things waiting to be played. In fact, I think, based on the number of deck submissions and stuff we had today, I should probably do another deck after this. I have another one queued up. What do we have? We have Plaza Rekindler. Would anybody complain if we did a third deck today? Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this would put me to 9 cards in hand, which means I don't burn my draw next turn. Do I want to play Daddy Pharaoh out into a Ruination? I feel like that's not unreasonable. Well, to be fair, we did a pick. It's technically a 4th deck. We did a pick ban gauntlet to start this morning, so I don't really count that as a deck.
I smell a fight.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Death itself can't stop me.
How'd the gauntlet go? We won. We got our friend. We played Zoe Lux every single game, and we got our friend. Right? So we're not quite dead to. We're not quite dead to what's it called? Atrocity, but we're close.
System upgrade.
Are we just opening Pharaon into the Ice Pillar here? I feel like I like opening Pharaon into the Ice Pillar. Vengeance, sure. So we're gonna be dead to Atrocity no matter how we cut this, right? I think the play here is play Swain, play Decimate. Swain soaks most of the damage from Tryndamere. And then next turn we can play Leviathan, and then we can play the other Swain out after it. So Decimate does work on leveling this a little bit, which is great.
System upgrade.
Oh no! I forgot this goes for the strongest, so this is gonna die because of this overwhelm. That's awkward. I don't have any way to play around that, right? Oh, we can flock our own guy. We still die flocking our own guy, right? Because they'll attack with everything. And this is fearsome.
Patience is a tactician's greatest tool.
Flock level Swain, but I can't also deal damage. Oh wait. I can do this and this, right? And that stuns that? Oh yeah.
Safety disengaged. Such little luck.
The stack.
Bleed for nothing. You lack discipline. A conquest for empire.
Alright, we are dead to Atrocity. We are going to be dead to Atrocity. There's no way to slice around that.
Loyalty through conquest.
Pass, right? So this is just a soft pass for them?
Let rage fill your soul.
What if I go Pharaon into Shunpo? Wait, can I kill them with Shunpo? This is vulnerable, right? We can, like, Shunpo, Spider, Riven?
Break the ties that bind.
There are a lot of ways to eat this Rhesus, that's true.
Fly to them on broken wings. Make these pieces whole.
Wait, does Shunpo damage the face? Does Shunpo deal face damage? Man, what an incredible game. No, Shunpo's not, okay, Shunpo does not hit the Nexus. Okay, I didn't think so. It's a card that's not played terribly often to shoot an enemy. Okay. It's not anything. I almost backed it in. Yeah, the Ignition Flock line. The Ignition plus block play was what we needed. That competitive advantage from Twitch chat, I would like to thank you. The correct strategy is to never give up. You just gotta listen to Lux chat. Definitely want to lead on Ballistic Bot so we can start working towards this rummage. He said before his opponent played a goat.
To serve the greater good.
But it must have protection rolled up in hand to not want to offer this trade and take that right away, huh? I think I'm going to open attacks here and see what they do. What kind of trick do we have? They use like a suit up on here, that's okay with me. And they need double Pale Cascade to not die here. Oh, Sunblessed Vigor. Yeah, that's a sweet one. And the gem lets them heal it back up.
I am superior life form. System upgrade.
Now there is new prey to stop. Without pause. I've licked my wounds too long.
Offer this trade here. It's a decent pickup.
These hands know metal and
Means we can kill this Niandroid here. I probably want to loot away one of these two things. It's definitely this. I think Boat's better than Pharaon here.
I write the rules of power.
Hey, Verbal Variable, thanks for the 5 months. Really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Well, we can summon the blade. Not that we have anything too fantastic to put it on just yet. If we can live to get to Swain, that would be really good. It's a big if, though. It could be right to suit this up and get in with it. Yeah, let's apply some pressure here, huh? Loop de loop. Yeah, we're gonna play the one drop here. I'm not gonna attack with it, so there's no reason to play it out pre-combat.
Perfection.
To serve the greater good.
So when we play this, we will summon the blade.
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand.
And honestly, this might be, this might just be a Shunpo turn, huh? Depending on what they do. If they don't open attacks, I'm probably gonna Shunpo. That's really good. They could have Mystic Shot here. That's pretty good. Think I have anything I can hit here?
Safety disengaged.
Jordan.
So ordinary.
So opponent's got a bunch of cards in hand, but most of them are gems.
Hi, I'm Zoe. What's your name?
So they can technically block and then heal right back up here.
Their treat will be doom! A masterpiece! Their treat will be doom!
Yeah, it feels like these Shunpo should probably just be some other cheaper interaction. This rally is too cute. Really expensive and slow here. It's like adorable, but it's not enough. That wasn't quick attack, it was overwhelm, Time Lord. We are playing Mystic Shot. A couple of Get Exciteds. We have a lot of. I had two. I thought they were overwhelmed. If I had quick attack, I should have quick attack. I don't know that would have mattered necessarily, but we definitely should have if we had it. You're correct. Tutu Mate, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good afternoon. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We've been over 500 people for a good chunk of the day. Appreciate everybody stopping by. If you're new to the channel, my name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. Runeterra is the primary content that I do. I do Runeterra stuff late morning to early afternoon, 5 to 6 days a week here. Also have a couple of YouTube channels where I post a highlight and full stream segment videos depending on what you're looking for, so be sure to check those out as well. Play pretty much all constructed here, and usually I play 3-4 different constructed decks every single day, so if you like a lot of variety, you'll get that here. Try out a lot of different ideas. Some more successful than others. Yeah, Rummage. Rummage with bot is so good. Opponent playing Frozen Mushrooms here, looks like. Wonder if they've got Hex Cores in their deck. Probably. I'd eventually, I guess.
Vermin.
So ordinary.
It's valuable not giving them a point on their Sejani here. Yeah, I agree. This card could be honestly be in contention for one of the best design cards of the set.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
But look at me now.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
Can you improve perfection?
Yeah, I imagine this card's very good in the opponent's archetype as well. It fuels both of these cards every single turn, right? Plus being self-enabling. It's really fantastic.
Disengage.
That triggers Sajani too. That's great.
Words of power linger in the air.
Put on me mask, secure me tail.
Much like leftovers in the fridge, I've been around for 11 months. Hope you got a good thing of baking soda in your fridge, Mr. Begins. Thanks for the prime. Welcome back.
Master your
So we're only at 1 out of 12 here so far, but I've got Flock plus this. This gets me to 7, this gets me to 11. And these maybe drag me over the edge. We can get Swain leveled, we can control their board even if they drop a fatty from this.
Stay in the field.
I'll pick 'em, you plant 'em, kid.
safety. Disengage. Join me if you want to live.
So this plus this technically levels Swain at this point.
Blessed by snow and stars.
They are going to get to level Teemo here. He might be murdering Teemo with this Noxian Fervor. This beats Troll Chant and Elixir here, which is great. Worth noting, we will not be able to beat Troll Chant or Elixir on this one. Now, if they double spell here, there's a good chance we get to kill Teemo next turn. And this is still going to get to deal damage, which is ideal. So we'll still get to level this.
An auspicious season.
And like, ultimately, this making them something chunky isn't that big of a deal. If Swain gets leveled, and we have these bots in play, which is nice. And you know what? I should probably attack with this. I don't mind any of these trades over here.
You'll never know what hit him.
I'm actually going to damage Swain here because I think killing Teemo is more important than Swain's life total. And I have this to redraw another Swain eventually. If they have like a Mystic shot, I want to keep both these bots, I think.
Blessed by snow and stars.
They have another Troll Chant here. It's going to be a ton of buff caps in my deck.
Sacrifices must be made.
All this.
Little above average, but not much. We're going to average about 2 damage per card we draw from here on out.
Humanity is obsolete. System upgrade. Safety disengaged. Rise, metal brethren.
So every time we deal direct damage to my opponent, we stun their strongest thing. There's a chance we push lethal here. I get to stun 2 more things.
Is nothing.
Wow, did they really just do that instead of this? Do they have like a freeze in their hand?
And ready. Fire till nothing moves. Can you improve perfection?
So I think I flock this, Mystic Shot them, stun this. I get to give something to attack, and then I attack with everything?
Go.
This will be a good winter.
System upgrade.
Are we not quite lethal? Gosh, it's gonna be close. So this blocks here, this blocks here. They take 11.
Ruffle our feathers.
Would a mushroom help?
Mystic plus Aftershock would have stunned face.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler. Would a mushroom help?
The question is, are we dead to Sajani's Overwhelm?
Indecision is fly away while you can.
Did I have enough mana to do that? It would have given them 2 more priorities, but maybe you're right. I had, did I have 6? I don't think I had 6, right? I don't think I only had 7 mana this turn, so I couldn't Ignition, Aftershock, and Mystic Shot. That's 8. Yeah, I didn't have enough. I couldn't stun another thing here. The person who said I could stun another thing, you're wrong. It would have taken me 8 mana to play my 4 direct burn spells. I counted that. I didn't talk about it, but I counted it. Yeah. Yeah, I bet if I had enough mana to do that. Yeah, I did not have the mana for that.
Born for conquest.
Inferior design.
Yeah, Aftershock goes to the dome. Just gonna block as much as possible here and hope not to get burned out. Opponent's regions, kindly Tavern Keepers like they're only healing. Hey, what's going on, F-Fire? Hey, Fury of the North here. I think the opponent's archetype's super reasonable. There's been a few different iterations going around. Hexcore gave it a bit of an upgrade. Ballistic Bot gave it a solid upgrade. Life's been good, Fire. Really close game there. Ballistic Bot showing its synergies with Swain there at the end. Really letting us leverage those extra stuns to push through. Yeah, Aftershock being able to go to the dome is real good. Hey, awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying the YouTube stuff. If you haven't seen it, be sure you check out my highlights channel as well. The best of the best decks that we play each day end up over there. Trying to build up some watch time and stuff over on the second one. We're attacking on evens, huh? I think that means I keep the House Spider. I'm gonna mulligan the Swain for now. Second Blade Square's kind of whatever. I guess once the first one dies, we get to reforge and discard that to some treasure, so that's fine. So we'll go Blade Squire on 1, we'll go House Spider, attack for 4 on 2 is pretty good. We're definitely the beatdown here.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
I believe so, Magic Player. Finally found a deck and having a blast. Sweet, Brad. What did you end up picking up? Katas Tech, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
My time.
Yeah, I really wish the person that makes MTG Bot would rename it It's more generic card game bot. It does like Eternal card game, Runeterra, Magic, as well as a bunch of other things. We're just going super right here.
The rules of power.
Yeah, Infect's a good comparison for that one. And then the good news is, if my opponent does eventually avalanche us here, these two will reforge. We'll be able to put the blade together. No block, so expecting avalanche.
Eyes to me.
Coach Berg, thank you for the 21 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it.
Humanity is obsolete.
Obsolete.
Prime and ready.
Hey, Storm. Thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Alright, so in response to this, we try and kill the Trundle here, which sounds lovely. And then we'll get to go Sump, discard the Ignition. They can have like double Vile Feast to interact with this, but I think that's a risk I'm willing to take. Yeah, look out of the way, idiot. Avalanche. Alright, we have the blade ready to go here. I think probably just supposed to open attacks, though. They're a Ruination deck. I think we just try and push the damage while the pushing is good. It could be right to play these blade fragments out before I attack. Like, give this overwhelm. Flash makes me pretty happy with my decision. Huh? I'll flock this, I think. Keep them off of their 8th mana next turn. As enticing as this pass is here, I think they're low enough that I need to play my Ignition here. If they pass again, I'm going to take the pass. But I think I need to get my Ignition in there. And then a question I have to ask myself here is, well, they just passed. Alright, now I'm going to take the pass and open attacks. That was a great draw. Technically have Lethal Burn rolled up here. Vengeance me. Vengeance me! Well. Let's try and kill him. What is in their hand? Like, what? What? Oh, Control X. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Alright. Yeah, Demacia, Targon Plaza deck. Probably call it Targon Plaza, because Plaza implies Demacia, right? This card's good in this matchup, but I don't want it till much later. I think I'm gonna mulligan these, looking for cheaper plays. You know what's funny? We've been playing this deck for like 50 minutes, almost an hour, and I don't think we've really played Riven yet, huh? Called it Grand Target. Hey, there she is. There's her gal. Getting excited. Pairs very well with Ballistic Bot here. I would assume we're the beatdown in this matchup. It's hard to say, though.
Clad in shining sunlight. Burn away doubt.
Can you
Feel like Riven hasn't done much. Well, considering I haven't actually played her yet this set, I feel like that's hard to judge. That's true. Yeah, maybe I'm actually even just supposed to pass here, huh? I'm gonna pass from attack in here, I think. I've got Mystic Shot that can kill this. It could have been right to, like, wait on this and see if we can Aftershock this.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
I'll follow where I can.
I think I'm just letting that go for now. Banking the spell mana feels valuable.
Perfection.
I don't have stellar attacks here. I've got Leviathan and Captain Pharaon rolled up. I think I'm just putting bot into play, and then I'm going to start ignitioning to pump up the attack on these so I can trade them down the line.
I'm ready. Hey, dig it to the gun show.
Easy pass here.
Perfection.
There's also, honestly, there's also a chance that, like, if this deck wants to mid-range a little bit, and, like, this deck's a thing, there's a chance I should be playing the, like, a pair of the Noxious Destroy Target Landmark card, too, just because they're so flexible.
Perfection.
How do we feel about open attacks here? Maybe not with this one.
You cannot sway me.
A Mystic Shot here. We get like a single combat or a Pale Cascade without a draw off it here. I think I'm okay with that. Do y'all still see me? My stream didn't drop, right? I don't see any frames. You're there. Okay. All Riot servers just had a hiccup. Okay, wild. Wow, we got played. Alright, let's try and find a Mystic Shot here. We have one other Mystic Shot. Just like we drew it up, chat. All skill. All skill. Nailed it. Got him.
System upgrade.
Shining gifts from the sky. For conquest, for empire!
For Empire.
Odds ahead! Radiant strikes!
Yes, attack's not good. Where do you buy your luck at? Corner store.
Can you improve perfection?
Who's got two thumbs and isn't playing around Second Judgment? This guy right here. Yeah, their deck just didn't do a lot without Plaza. I says they're dead. Click OK. Pay Marlam, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. Do I want another piece of landmark interaction in my deck? I kind of feel like I do. Is 6 pieces of top end too much? Maybe it is. I think I could cut a Pharaon. I've got Sump and Rummage. I could probably cut a Captain Pharaon, right? Gonna get a pair of Scorched Earths in here. That's actually one of the reasons why I really like the Lux Zoe list Precipic. The Lux Zoe list is very cohesive and reasonable when you don't draw Plaza. Let's try. I'm gonna trim a Blade Squire and a Captain Pharaoh. I'll just trim around the edges here and get a couple of those in. I've been running a kind of budget version of your spooky deck. It's been pretty good for you so far. Yeah, that deck's very reasonable. It's a deck that you can super easily cut champions out of, and it'll still be very good. Thanks for watching, Destroyer. I'm glad you're having fun. Yeah, I agree, Violet Journey. That's exactly what it is, right? It's just like four good pieces of interaction. A friend of mine who's very into Magic thinks the eye is bad because it removes player skill. So, it speaks volume to the type of game that Magic is, that players will defend doing very basic arithmetic as a key core element to what makes the gameplay difficult.
Progress. Pitiful.
If having to do simple arithmetic quickly is one of the defining features of skill in your game's probably not very skillful. Insert Spider-Man meme here. Yost with the most, thanks for the follow, welcome to the channel. C. Jacobs, welcome to Hoaglandia, good afternoon. Prime and ready.
To serve the greater good.
I think I'm just rummaging.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
I feel like that voice line is just like a good summary of 2020. I'm cold and I'm hungry and there's rocks in my boots. I am very sad.
Can you improve perfection? Safety disengaged.
I'm new here. I love this. I love Magic. I'm not tracking. The eye is this thing over here. So the eye, when I mouse over it here, shows my life total go down. It basically shows you how combat and stuff are going to play out. Thanks for the 2 months, Guy Mouse. I appreciate it. Take our one here. I'm going to go ahead and one them back. Am I? The spell mana is pretty valuable. I'm going to play Swain and see what they do.
See what others cannot.
Can you improve perfection?
If you're interested, anybody that is new to Runeterra, I have a video that is about 10 minutes that tells you the best way to get into playing Runeterra quickly. It explains how the economy works and how to find decks and just jump into playing right away. So, I mean, like, in theory, I could fervor both of these and then hit them with Swain, but that seems much too aggressive. Both of their champions died to fervor, so I think that's definitely a premium card I want to hold on to for now. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask, Doc. Always happy to help. The eye is really great because it allows the game to be about making meaningful decisions as opposed to doing tedious arithmetic and getting got because of things like miscounting something simple. It's the eye lets the Runeterra timers be pretty aggressive while still allowing you to make educated and informed decisions. Which is great. The fact that they just used a beam on my bot instead of my Swain feels good. It could also imply that they have another beam in hand, though. Could definitely be something to worry about. Ideally, we want to end this turn with them having no fearsome blockers in place. We can crack them with leveled Swain. Yeah, the tournament went really well. I had a lot of fun casting it. I'm glad Riot gave me a shot.
Join me if you want to live.
I'm gonna Mystic Shot plus Ravenous block this, I think, because being able to kill Draven or Ezreal in one action seems good. Okay, so they also have Ravenous block here, is what this means. I think I'm just clicking OK. I'm gonna end the round.
Can you improve perfection?
So I can drop Leviathan.
There is no excess when victory is at stake.
Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Pelly. Yeah, Victor's sweet. All three of the champions of this latest expansion were very well done. I like them a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and pass back here. I've spent my mana. If they try and flock my Swain, I can flock their thing in response to save him. I am not playing around third flock here. So I'm gonna try and do this, because if these resolve, my Swain levels, and then I get priority, and my Swain's gonna be able to attack in with them not having fearsome blockers. Scorched Earth, okay. I think we're still in an okay spot here. Like, this is a Swain, and I have another Leviathan. And, like, my opponent has a lot of cards in hand here, but most of them are bad, right? Like, these are just, like, random mushrooms. So, like, we're at parity on board, and my hand is really good. If they find, if they have Captain Pharaon next turn, we could be in trouble. In fact, if they open Pharaon, I probably play... Okay, so they opened Pharaon, which means... Oh, no, if I Swain, they're just gonna attack with him, right? You can't stun him in combat. For Swain only stuns back row enemies with level. So I think the play here is we play Leviathan, we chump Leviathan, and then next turn we can Swain plus block to kill this. Uh-oh. Because when I play this Swain, the other Swain in my hand turns into a block. Pandoras, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Glory, courage, excuses.
Is my mana not showing up properly? Yeah, Fervor can hit my opponent's dome here is the reason why I haven't played it yet.
Words of power linger in the air.
So I started the turn with 11 mana. I don't know how much mana they have. I wonder if it's going to fix it when we end the round or I have to reconnect. So I'm doing this in an attempt to... Okay, doing the eye fixed it. Got it. So they have 9 mana.
I'll break this siege.
Sweetie, thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Them opening on Decimate seems really wrong. They're giving me a chance to stun this. Think we're discarding that.
Such little life.
So, if we can draw a way to reforge next turn, or if we could draw a way to stun this, we need a piece of direct damage here. If we draw a piece of direct damage, we can stun this, overwhelm this, and clean their board out, perhaps? But then we still die to decimates.
Silly thing.
Maybe I should have played my own House Spider there. Probably. There's merit to holding it in the event that I draw a Rummage or a Sump Work spot, though. Sump Treasure, this guy. Yeah, I think we're dead. Yeah, we were in an okay spot for a little bit this game, and then opponent had running Captain Pharaons, which is just king of the mid-range games. Leviathan ended up being worse than Pharaon there for sure. Two Pharaons end harder than my Leviathans did. Afternoon Engineer. I keep Riven. And mulligan the rest of these, looking for some of our cheaper interactions and plays, I think. Perfect. This is better against Mystic Shot, so I think I'm going to lead on that rather than the Rune Weaver here. This is better into Ballistic Mod, though.
Safety disengaged.
The problem with taking the hit from Pharaon that turn, Prey Waits, was I died to the Decimates. So, like, part of the reason why my opponent didn't prioritize playing the Decimates out was because I elected to block and keep my life alive. Go ahead and open attacks here.
Can you improve perfection?
I'm gonna attack with the spider too, because if they want to block and let me Mystic Shot this, that's fine.
So ordinary.
Why would getting what would happen with the Reforge that could possibly make me want to not flock there? Now, even if I get quick attack there, I still need to kill their thing. Like, their thing's still gonna be attacking me.
I write the rules of power.
Safety disengaged. Can you improve perfection?
Behold me now, hairless apes!
Hairless apes. Just gonna keep my life a little high here. My regions don't have a way to gain life back, so I'm try and keep the board clear.
Hairball!
System upgrade. A ticket to the gun show.
So we get to forge the blade next turn. I think that's just the play, right? I'm trying to think of a draw we could have that would make us not want to forge the blade. No, I think we're still forging. The question is, am I playing the blade this turn? The answer is yes. We're just gonna shoot up Riven and head to town.
Even shattered hearts mend in time.
I guess playing the blade is mediocre into... Playing the blade is mediocre into Twisted Fate. It means my attack into this is better, though, because I don't have a decent block on here. I've already played one Twisted Fate. Open attacks.
Cost of
Saving the blade for a Swain down the line has some good upside, too. I think this exchange is fine. They spend more mana killing my board. Alright, well, both of our lines were mediocre against that, I suppose. We're getting to the point of the game where we might just be rummaging through these house fighters looking for top end.
Keep up, keep up.
Although with Fervor that becomes less appealing. I'm gonna try and find some bombs. Give me a Swain, please.
I am superior life form.
Through the coral.
Oh, did Starlet Zoe have a sample size to make it up there, Precipic? That's sweet to hear. Give me lay the stats on me. What does that one look like over whatever sample it's got? Alright, we're looking for our 8 drops at this point. Boats and Pharaons.
Fear the power you do not see. Deal me in.
God, the third Twisted Fate, chat.
I will break them.
It's pretty good in 14 cards. Runeterra is a game that is incredibly rewarding for players that know what they're playing around. Yeah, I think we're shooting up the Dredger and cracking them for 6 here. This is not great against Get Excited, but yeah. Yeah, Runeterra's a lot less linear than most other card games, so knowing what back and forth interaction you should expect out of your opponent has a lot of value in it. The priority system in Runeterra also rewards bluffing a lot more than other card games do. Can you forge additional swords? You can.
Fish in water. Let's do this.
Connect! Connect! Zap Spray Fin drawing iterative improvement is kinda cheeky. That's a cute piece of technology. About to get burned out? I think we're about to die, chat. Well, shit. Really close game. Opponent was thoroughly excited. I'm gonna do one more. I'm not ending on the burn you out from 11 game. Fearsomes, eh? I think I'm actually full mulliganing against Fearsomes here. I would like some of my 3 power blockers. Pharaon's not great. Probably gonna end up rummaging him away here early. One of the things that's important to note too, Precipic, is the Zoe decks, especially the aggro Zoe decks, are definitely the type of deck that the more people understand their play patterns, the worse they get. So there's a real chance that, like, those decks will get worse just from players having experience playing against them. Riven's a great draw. Another fearsome blocker here.
What's a warrior but hands to wield the weapon? The heart and mind to aim its strike.
Mystic Shot, please. Red Rover, let the fearsomes come over.
From the darkness.
You will not break me.
Squished.
5, 8, 13. Can't quite kill them this turn. So if I forge the blade, they don't die. So I think that means I'm supposed to just go wide with blockers. Basically hoping to fade another Frenzied Skitterer. Opponent's playing well, not giving me the opportunity to flock anything. So we'll blade this, and then we'll sump Dredger Leviathan?
Your fate was written. Approach, savage.
You about to get double Pale Cascade for one over lethal? Dead to do beast. I'm not dead yet.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
I sense their power.
Yeah, Swain's nowhere near level is the problem. So like, I can attack for, you know, 14 here, but that's not lethal.
Violence to end violence.
Gotta have faith in Zoe Lux, press a pick. Zoe Lux is the truth, the light, and the word. Zoe is S tier to her heart, great. It's always being here.
Minor setback.
So, this set was a little bit disappointing, I think. Notably, this deck felt worse than the Riven Victor deck that we had played recently, and I think that it's the issues that we saw in that set were similar to were a lot of the same issues as to why the PNZ Noxious mid-range decks in previous seasons had moved away from playing Swain and played Draven Ezreal. And I think a big part of that is people have just realized that I think Captain Farron's probably just better top end than Leviathan Swain at this point. Is what it comes down to. And also just like being cheaper on the curve is important. Like this is so much chunky top end. Like we saw how our hand kind of clunked up there in the Fearsomes matchup in that last one. So overall, even though Forging the Blade seems like it would have okay synergy with Swain, overall just how expensive the top end of this deck was, it didn't feel like things really meshed together well to be to allow us to have a cohesive game plan against the decks that we're trying to get under us consistently, like there are in this format. Riven was underwhelming. We didn't draw her that much. I actually think Riven being underwhelming is the wrong takeaway from that set. I think and this is part of the problem that we saw with Zoe too. People expect too much out of champions that cost lower mana costs. Riven, in terms of what she does for a 3-mana card in terms of stat line and reforging, is very, very reasonable. And people just see champions that aren't winning the game outright, and they expect them to do more when this card does more than enough for the amount of resources that it costs you to play out. So, I think, like I said, overall, I think if you want to play Riven, I would recommend checking out the Victor Riven deck that we did a highlight with up on the Highlights YouTube channel, but overall, this one felt like a miss to me just because of how clunky the top end was. Yeah, Riven is just a good standalone 3-drop. Agree.